Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the Dear Love Podcast. You can catch us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Listen Notes, Google Music, Podbean, all that good stuff. You already know how this go. Let's get right into it. And you have to excuse me this week. A little under the weather, man. It sucks. You know what really sucks though? When the weather is like decent and then you get sick. That's the worst part. But getting sick, I guess it's not even a guess. I know it's a part of life, but who loves to be sick? Who likes to be sick? And it always seems to happen when you're eating the best food. Man, I think taste buds go underappreciated until you sick and then you can't taste food. I mean, you eat the best stuff then. That's when your mother put, the steak in the oven and you guys eating chicken with the macaroni and cheese and all of that. And here you are, all stuffed up, can't taste nothing, all because you sick. But even worse than that, it's when you get sick while you at work. So somebody's around you that's sick and you don't even really appreciate not being sick. Because you're so used to not being sick. So you go around doing your thing and then you just wake up all of a sudden and now you sick. And now here I am. Just last week I was cool. And now I'm another statistic. But it's all right because I'm at the tail end of mine. I know it don't sound like it. But believe me, a couple days ago, it was a whole lot worse. I couldn't breathe. My throat was killing me. And then you try to like dope yourself up on all type of medicines and you be expecting the result like within the first 5 minutes, like, hey, I know I'm together now. And it don't work like that. But gotta start somewhere, right? Dear Love, episode 80. Man, we're still rolling strong, man. I remember when I was on episode 1 and then to think to be this far ahead, it's pretty cool. And I could probably name on one hand how many times I was sick when I actually recorded. So this is probably like the worst I done been. But one thing I want to get into real quick because I don't really have a voice. So we're going to make it kind of brief. We spoke on it a little bit before just about appreciating things and knowing what's in front of you. Man, it feels good to wake up every day. That's one thing we always take for granted. It's another thing to be able to see your kids. It's another thing to be able to provide for your kids. And you put all that together and we think something is guaranteed or it has to be like this. And it doesn't. We should thank God that we have these opportunities to do something every day because there's some people who don't. And I think when you have that belief, you could always accomplish something or always be ahead of the game. Because you see a lot of people every day who just take stuff for granted. And you end up on the outside looking in because you didn't appreciate something enough. We don't love enough. We don't care enough because we feel like, oh, it'll be there tomorrow. I remember I wanted a game and I kept saying, oh, it'll be there when I get paid. And when I got paid, it was gone. Just because I thought nobody would buy it, or your favorite pair of tennis shoes you want to buy. You got to really jump on those things and attack them head first and do what you got to do because it's not guaranteed. Now, that could be bad, too, because I know a lot of people say, well, I don't know if tomorrow promised, so I'm going to live every day like my last. That's true and not so true at the same time. Because if we were to actually live every day like it was our last, we would go all out. Now, one thing I can say from that, though, that made me think a little bit is I do need to be more on my game when it comes to everyday things. Like, say what you feel, and do what you feel. No matter how other people feel, make sure you comfortable with you. Like I said, it's going to be real short this week. I can't really talk, but know what you want to do and know what you want to be because at the end of the day, that's all it's really about. You know what I mean? We go through life and we always wait till we at the age where we can't have kids anymore. Then we say, oh, well, I wish I would have had a kid. And I'm not going to even say the age because there's some people, who can't have kids when they're born, or different effect, birth effects or things like that. So that's another thing we don't cherish, having kids. It's a blessing to have a kid because some people can't, and we take these things for granted and we don't really look at the positive and the negative. You hear some people, oh, I don't know why I had kids. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. But be thankful that God gave you, that blessing. He gave you something that everybody doesn't have. So we gotta take that and roll with it, man, and just sit back and think. You again, even if it's for 5 seconds, just sit back and just cherish the little things. Breathing is something we don't cherish, man. You don't know when your last breath is. Remember your heart is beating every second. So I'm 30 now. Thank God I made it to the age of 30. My heart been beating forever, man. And you got to really thank God for that. You got to sit back and just say, you know what? I'm going to appreciate things a lot more. And when you look at it like that, I guarantee you won't even be so upset at little things anymore. You'll look at little stuff and be like, you know what? That is crazy, but it ain't crazy enough to make me be upset or throw a fit, So again, a little under the weather. I apologize about this week. I'm taking the medicines, I promise, to get back going. Got a lot of things in the works. More videos will be coming out on the Truth Serum Media YouTube channel. Just trying to build this brand up, and get some things rolling. But hopefully we'll be back strong next week. Hopefully I'll be able to talk a little bit better, but I gotta get back to these medicines and get some rest, man. Dear love, T. Shaw, I'm out of here.